The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Farmers Bank and Capital Trust, Kentucky Utilities, Panel Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with my intern Elizabeth Lyons out of Boyle County. Thank you for co-hosting, Elizabeth. You'll do a great job. And what a great show we got lined up today. 30 minutes, the fastest 30 minutes in high school sports, starting with the number 5 baseball team in the state, the Lexington Catholic Knights.
Yeah, they're going to have a great season, that's for sure.
Hey, congrats to your Boyle County Rebels baseball team right now, off to a great undefeated start right now.
Yeah, they're having a great start. My dad told me that they have one of the best starts possibly in Rebels history.
Outstanding. Our feature is on Bowling Green. It's from WBKO. Dominique Yates is going to tell us about that great run through the state championship there. Bowling Green finally broke through and won a state title in basketball.
First basketball state championship in school history.
Outstanding. Our scholar athletes are from Bourbon County. And you know I got to have some tennis players on this show because I'm a tennis player myself. So got to have some girls, and these young girls not only good tennis players, they're great in the classroom. They all have 4.0s or above.
They all have outstanding GPAs.
And also, we got another Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week as we head down 27 to Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Looking forward to that. Lee K. Howard will give us that Drive of the Week. Also, Laurie Blunk. We always enjoy talking to Laurie from UK because what she does, us weekend warriors, she keeps us in the game, doesn't she, Elizabeth? Well, not you. I mean, you're a great athlete, soccer star here at Boyle County. All that coming up. And in a wrap, we're going to talk about what a great season it's been in high school sports this year in the state of Kentucky, one of the best ever here in the state. All that coming up on the show. Let's get to the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. These highlights brought to you by P-Rats. You got to think outside the corporate black box.
Boys Sweet 16 down to the Final Four in a good one tonight between Bowling Green and Scott High. Scott had the 1-point lead with just over a minute to play. Vincent Dumlo lays it in to extend the lead to 3. A pair of Bowling Green free throws made it 77-76. D'Angelo Wilson's layup is off, but Jarius Key gets the putback to give the Purples a 78-77 lead. After Scott retook the lead on free throws, the Bowling Green 8th grader Zion Harmon banks it in. Now 80-79 Bowling Green. So one last chance for Scott. Down by 1. Jake Omer, who scored 106 points in the 3 games this weekend. He's going to get a good look at it, but he can't hit the winner, and Bowling Green survives with the 80-79 win.
And welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Our team of the week, Lexington Catholic baseball team. I want to thank Bob Roberts Insurance. They're out in Richmond. They're on Main Street. They insure 3/4 of this great state of Kentucky. Joe and John Roberts at Bob Roberts. Coach Brooks is with us from Lexington Catholic. Always great to have you on.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Gary. I really
Report.
appreciate it.
Coach, it's early in the season, but what signs have you seen early in the season that give you a good pause for encouragement for this team?
Well, we got a great group of kids. They're very close-knit, and they come to practice every day. They bust it. They work hard. And they're always wanting to get better, and they've really done a good job of continuing to improve throughout the season. And it's battling the elements with the weather, obviously, but they know they got to continue to get better, and so they're willing to work. And that's the number one thing you as a coach look for is the effort, and you're seeing such great effort out of them, so that's a good sign. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can deal with some physical mistakes right now, but you can't teach effort, and you don't want to coach effort.
That's right.
If we coach effort, we're in trouble.
That's right.
Coach, talk about the 3 kids we have here today.
Yeah, we got Trip Lockhart right here. He's going to University of Kentucky as a pitcher. We got got Ben Wilcoxon and Landon Mobley, who are both going to Kentucky Wesleyan College. And they've all three played for 3+ years for us.
And, of course, we know the Kentucky Wesleyan claim to fame. We already talked about
Ryan Lemon's a legend.
Yeah, he owns a couple records there,
right.
I understand. Let me ask you, Tripp, you're going to the University of Kentucky, so I went to UK, so good choice there. What have you worked on in the offseason to help you be a great pitcher at Catholic this year and then on forward to UK?
I worked mostly this offseason on getting stronger, getting more athletic, smoothing out my pitching delivery. That's what I mostly focused on.
Yeah. And how things going so far? Pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And Ben, you play a lot of positions. What would you say is your best?
I'd say like anywhere in the infield, I kind of feel comfortable, anywhere, short, second, third, wherever. I feel like comfortable that I play, go make a play anywhere and, help the team out. Anywhere.
Utility player.
Yeah.
That's pretty unique, because when you play a lot of position, you generally get a lot of playing time, which is important, right, Coach?
It helps, for sure.
It helps. And Landon, as the catcher of the baseball team, I used to catch, so I know you're looking at everything out there. You're not only looking at the pitcher, you're looking at the infield, the outfield. You're taking it all in. What is the strength behind the plate that you see for this Knight staff?
We all work as a team. We really work together. Everybody kind of puts in their 2 cents to what we should do. Everybody makes their plays. When they don't, they come back. They see how they can get better each day. We're really working as a team.
It's early in the season, but what has given you, from behind the plate, to say, wow, this could be a pretty good team?
Our pitching is one thing that's really stepped up from defense-wise.
Yeah.
Our pitchers walk up and they have a great presence on the mound. They can command all their pitches and throw strikes, and then our offense has stepped up major and filled in some spots that we needed to from last year.
Well, being a former pitcher, you got to like that when that's
big
a good
pitching and defense guy.
That's
absolutely.
right. That's right.
And Coach, you guys are in a tough district, the 43rd, where every team's won a state title. Can you talk about how that pushes you guys as coaches and players?
Yeah, we love it. I mean, we always like to play against the best, and we think it's the best district in the state. So it obviously pushes you to continue to improve, and you don't have any days off in our district, so you can't take a day off and expect to win a district. So you always got to be on your game and continue to get better, and know that you got to continue to work. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys, we got just a little bit of time, so I'm going to ask you real quick. Any hesitation on your UK commitment there? I mean,
No, not really.
You're just locked in,
Yeah.
honed in, aren't you?
Yeah.
Kentucky Wesleyan, good choice, good baseball school.
Yes,
You guys
sir.
are looking forward to playing down there, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Owensboro's not that far.
Not too bad.
What is that parkway? You get on the parkway there to go to Owensboro, Coach? The Natcher? It's something like that. I'm
Not
not
sure.
I
They got
think
GPS
Yeah,
now.
that's right. They got GPS. Don't have to worry
Google
about that.
Maps.
Well, Coach, always great to see
Thank you very much.
Have a great season. Looking forward to covering some of your games on Prep Spin this year,
Great.
as always in the
William
past.
does a
And,
great job.
Yeah, we'll look forward to the high definition and broadcast some of your great games. I'm looking forward to all of you having a great game. And Coach, you always do a great job.
Thank you, Gary. I appreciate it.
That's the Lexington Catholic Knights baseball team, number 5 in the state right now, one of the top teams in the Commonwealth. Now we're going to this feature as Dominique Yates from WBKL tells us about the great run by Bowling Green through the boys' Sweet 16.
Mike, year after year, the Bowling Green Purples have played in the state tournament here at Rupp Arena, and 3 straight seasons they came up short, whether losing in the Elite Eight, the state championship game, or the Final Four, and all of those losses were to the eventual state champion. But on this day in 2017, the Purples would not be denied as they defeated Cooper 67-56 to win the school's first state championship.
It's just humbling that you've gone through this and been in this tournament. We've been blessed to be here a few times and have the opportunity to come here and win this thing is pretty overwhelming, pretty exciting. Just our seniors were our tough guys. They really did a good job of leading us. Zion really embraced getting in here and getting us going offensively tonight. Just really proud of our guys and proud of this effort tonight. It's I'm a little overwhelmed right now.
I can't even explain how it feels. It's so great. The fans came out, supported us well. Hey, we had a great crowd. The feeling is unbelievable. It's unexplainable.
To lose the way we did in 2015 was heartbreaking, but it feels even better now that we won it our senior year.
The Purples end this year an unbelievable 36-2, 29 consecutive victories. But the most important win of all came right here in Rupp Arena as state champions. Reporting from the boys basketball state championship game at Rupp Arena, Dominique Yates, 13 Sports.
And welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report, our most popular segment highlighting academics for student athletes in the state of Kentucky. We've got some great young ladies here from Bourbon County tennis. Love tennis, as I told you guys, my favorite sport. So thanks for coming in. Elizabeth Lyons, my intern from Boyle County. Let's start with Madison. First off, congratulations for the great grade. You have a 4.12. Can't imagine that, 4.12. That's
you.
probably AP classes too,
Yes.
I'm assuming. And you're number 2 in the class there. How does this spill over to the tennis courts for you, being so solid in the classroom there?
I really try to take everything that I do in the classroom and bring it onto the court. So all the hard work ethic, perseverance that I need to excel in the classroom, I bring it onto the court to excel in sports.
I like that. You bring it.
Yes.
Bring it. I mean, she brings it to the court. Yeah, I like that.
Morgan, you have a 4.0 GPA and you play tennis. How do you maintain both of these?
Well, it takes a lot of time management and self-discipline. You know, I can't just do whatever I want. I have to actually sit down in my room and do my homework instead of, you know, doing like watching TV or something. And then after practice, make sure I do my homework and study or a match. So just the balance between the two.
Well, you know, a lot of discipline there, though. So as producing a TV show, I can tell you there's a thing called DVR. You know, you can study, record it, watch it later.
I do have that. Favorite thing.
Yeah, exactly. Let's turn our attention, Miss Rachel. Well, first off, congratulations to you too. You have right at a 4.0 GPA. Might as well say a 4.0. It's like 3.96 or 7. So if you round that off, Mac, that's a 4.0. So congratulations for that. And you played tennis there for your father at Bourbon County. So how often does the subject of schoolwork come up at tennis? You know, practice or a match or whatever.
Well, I think we try to put our best effort into our schoolwork and tennis. And Dad really pushes us to be our best both on courts and in schoolwork.
Coach Jude, tell us about these 3 athletes you have here today.
Oh, awesome. So we talked about bringing it.
Right.
So these are our returning seniors to our squad, and we have a really deep team this year, which is good for us. And these are our returning seniors, and they've done a lot of work behind the scenes on the court to get ready to lead this season, and they're doing a great job already.
Right.
Most importantly to me as a coach, they're just terrific young ladies.
Right.
So they talk about bringing it and being driven. Well, they're driven for success, and they're going to have a great career past our tennis season.
Let's go to the M's here, Madison and Morgan. Okay, the M's. I don't mean M&M's. That is M&M there. So have you decided on a college, and what would you like to study when you get to that collegiate level? Seeing that you're both seniors and everything, you got to think about that now, since it's March and you graduate here in a couple months.
Yeah, really laying it on there. So this fall, I will be attending Transylvania University as a William T. Young Scholar, which is super exciting.
Awesome.
And they have this really cool, unique thing called PPE, which is philosophy, politics, and economics. So I get to major in one thing, but it's really 3 things. So
yeah, go with politics. Go with politics.
Yeah.
You're like a politician to me.
Well, thank you.
How about you, Miss Morgan?
I'm actually going to Georgetown, and I'm going to major in education, be a math and science teacher, hopefully.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We got Trancy and Georgetown here.
Rachel, what college do you plan on attending?
I plan to study nursing at the University of Kentucky, so I'm really excited for that.
Awesome choice.
Did Coach have anything to say about this college?
Oh, I think he definitely supports it.
I do.
I think he's excited.
Yeah, definitely so.
You know, as a coach, we got a little bit of time here. You know, you mentioned how proud you were and how driven these young ladies were. Does it amaze you sometimes that these student athletes just excel at so many things with all the things they've got going on today as teenagers? I mean, you and I know what it was like to be, you know, teenagers at one time, you know?
You're exactly right. So one of the challenges of a coach is, you know, I want their time full time. I want it to be dedicated to the tennis team.
Right.
But as you get to know them and you know their family and you know everything that they're involved in, they're involved in so many different things. And then you find out that their personalities are driven as such that they excel at each of those things. So you find yourself in this unique position where you start to cheer them on for being involved for everything that they possibly can.
Well, as a little token on the Scholastic Ball Report, the reason I started this show almost 15 years ago now was to do this, to highlight young ladies and men. Pass that down, if you would, to everybody. Everybody will get a beautiful plaque. Take that to Crown Trophy. They'll personalize it, put their name and school on there, because we want you to know on the Scholastic Ball Report that we appreciate the hard work you're putting in the classroom and your sports there at Bourbon County. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Well, thank you for having us.
Those are the scholar athletes from Bourbon County. Thanks to Elizabeth, too. Great job, Miss Lyons. And she just joined us in November, so she's a newbie. And now we're going to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week as we head down 27 to Sutherland Chevrolet.
time now for the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week in the state semifinal game between Scott High and Bowling Green. After Scott retook the lead on free throws, the Bowling Green 8th grader Zion Harmon banks it in to put his team in front 80-79. Those would be the last 2 points scored in the game, as Scott High was unable to convert on their final attempt, and Bowling Green survives with the 80-79 win. That's your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report, our UK Sports Medicine Orthopedic Surgery segment, our title sponsor, with my intern, Brantley Akey, out of Henry Clay, Gary Ball, and Laurie Blunt, the one and only. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
You know, we're going to talk about something, common foot injuries. What are some of those that athletic trainers see in sports that are common?
So a lot of the foot injuries that we typically see are more so overuse injuries, things where you've done a lot of repetitive running, jumping, a lot of impact on it, stress fractures.
Putting weight on it, that type of thing.
Right, yeah, plantar fasciitis, things like that, some inflammation in the foot. But we see a lot of acute stuff too, where people have dropped a weight on their foot and end up with fractures that way, turf toe and other soft tissue.
You ever dropped a weight on your foot?
No, I have not.
That just sounds awful.
Yeah, we had one last week.
Yuck.
And why is it important to treat these foot injuries?
So foot injuries are really important because your foot is kind of like the foundation of a house. Everything else relies on your foot. So if you have a foot injury, a lot of times you're compensating, if your toe hurts, you may be walking on the side of your foot, and that can trigger other injuries elsewhere in your body.
And how can you prevent foot injuries in the future?
Preventing foot injuries is really important. It's all about, a lot of it's about proper care of your feet and footwear, making sure you're in the right shoes. A lot of shoes don't provide great support. Think of, for example, track spikes. There's not a lot of support. They're designed to be low weight, so making sure you get inserts or something like that if you have a really high arch or a low arch and things like that.
I even invested in some orthotics. Do you recommend those?
Orthotics? I do, especially if a team is using the same shoe.
Right.
If a coach makes them wear the same shoe, not everybody's foot's the same, and that can help.
Great stuff. Keep those feet healthy, because when the feet are happy, everybody's happy. The rest of the body's happy. Thank you, Laurie. They got the walk-in clinic there too, every Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 o'clock. UK Help. There's the website and the phone number. They're simply the best. Thank you, Laurie Blunt.
Thanks.
That's UK Sports Medicine's Laurie Blunt. Now we're going to these final highlights of the state tournament, the Sweet 16 semifinals, brought to you by Prep Spin, William Warfield, the digital streamer for all high school sports.
Cooper and Fern Creek playing for the other spot in Sunday's final. Tied at 31 to begin the fourth quarter. Cooper goes on a 10-0 run. Sean McNeil with 3 of his 22 points. Under 2 minutes left, Cooper up by 6. Braden Runyon lays it in. 45-37, Cooper on top. Fern Creek trying to stay in it. Jalen Howard, great last name, knocks down the 3, makes it a 5-point game, but Cooper would keep their distance. They go on to get the win 51-44, so it'll be Cooper and Bowling Green in Sunday's championship game. And over at Rupp Arena this afternoon, Bowling Green wins its first Boys State Sweet 16. The Purples defeated Cooper 67-56.
Back here with my great interns on the show, Brantley, Joe, and Elizabeth. Boy, what a great run. High school sports, terrific year this year in Lafayette. What a great story that football team
led by Walker Wood, Jedrick Wills. They had a lot of talent, I believe, around 30 seniors. Great run.
Exactly. Went on to play Trinity in the state championship. Walker Wood got hurt. Boy, your dad's been out here, Mr. Lyons, and the Rebel baseball team, man. What are they putting in the water over there?
They're off to a great start, about 5-0. They have a lot of young players coming in helping out, as well as a lot of returning players as well.
Yeah, I looked at the roster. Got some great freshmen over there.
Yes, definitely.
Some great freshmen. And Henry Clay, they'll get it going over there, Brandon. Things will start moving back in a positive way there.
We have soccer there.
Yeah, you got what?
We have soccer. That's our highlight.
Great pro, Henry Clay High School. And, of course, we want to thank all the great guests. We still got a few shows left, but we also want to thank all the great guests that were on the show today from Bourbon County and Lexington County. As always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see,
keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Farmers Bank and Capital Trust, Kentucky Utilities, Panel Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.